I've just seen the new episode of Doctor Who. It's the second one to be written by Mark Gatiss in this series and is called The Crimson Horror. We're back in Victorian England for the first time since the Christmas episode and see the return of the crime-fighting trio from the Snowmen, Madame Vastra, who is a lizard-like alien who helps Scotland Yard solve crimes, her human chambermaid Jenny and her butler Strax, the former Sontaran military nurse. Diana Rigg is this week's famous guest star, and here she's almost unrecognisable as Mrs Gillyflower, who's a pious, society-saving mill owner that's up to no good. Very different from the sex symbol Emma Peel that we best know her as.
Mrs Gillyflower!
We have come about your husband, my dear. The tragedy.
My husband?
Your late husband.
There must be some mistake. My husband is quite well.
We're so very sorry for your loss.
Diana Rigg's real-life daughter, Rachel Sterling, also puts in a great turn as Mrs Gillyflower's blind daughter.
Will Mr Sweet ever join us for dinner, Mama?
Mr Sweet is rather tired tonight, I fear.
Oh, dear me. Oh, how clumsy I'm getting.
To keep the devil at bay.
This episode's quite unusual in that we don't actually see the Doctor for the first 15 minutes. He and Clara have gone missing, and so Jenny goes into the strangely clean Sweetville mill to find them. As expected from the title, there's a decent dose of horror here, which begins when dead bodies coated in red wax start appearing in a river in Yorkshire during the 1890s. And this is only lightened by the Doctor's chirpy, problem-solving attitude and Strax's gleeful enthusiasm for violent ideas. It's a time period and topic that Mark Gatiss seems to love in particular, and you can tell he's in his element here.
Dr. and Mrs. Smith. Oh, yes. You'll do very nicely.
Oh, grand. Smashing. Hey, the missus and I couldn't be more chuffed, could we, love? Eh?
It's also lovely to see Strax, Vastra and Jenny back. Strax in particular gets most of the best lines, and because we're back in the time of the Snowmen, it teases us with the hope of revealing more about the mystery of Clara.
Who is here?
Oh, names don't matter here. All you need to know is we only recruit the brightest and the best.
It's definitely an episode worth watching, and it also neatly segues into next week's, which, excitingly, will see the return of the Cybermen. Share what you think of this series of Doctor Who by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, click like, and if you want to see more, then subscribe.